Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys add ex-49ers vet after releasing former first-round pick. The Dallas Cowboys claimed cornerback Keeman Hall on waivers after the defender was released by the San Francisco 49ers. The addition comes following the Cowboys releasing cornerback Gareon Conley, who was selected by the Las Vegas Raiders, the Oakland Raiders at the time, with the number 24 overall selection in the 2017 NFL Draft. Hall played in 18 games for the Los Angeles Chargers in 2021-22. It is a bit of a homecoming for the former North Texas standout. Hall has a lot to prove in order to be able to make the Cowboys' 53-man roster heading into Week 1. Keeman Hall was claimed by the Cowboys from the waiver wire, 49ers, following split from Gareon Conley, DallasCowboys.com's Patrick Walker detailed in a July 28, 2024, message on X, a Sunday swap of cornerbacks. Hall, UDFA of Chargers in 2019 out of North Texas, 16 games played in 2019, spent time in Dallas in 2020, on the practice squad. Conley was just signed by Dallas on June 18, and the defender did not end up playing a down for the Cowboys. Here's a look at the latest Cowboys storylines as the team begins training camp. The news comes after the Cowboys signed two former UFL standout receivers as star wideout CeeDee Lamb continues his holdout. Dallas signed Deontay Burnett and Kelvin Harmon to add depth at receiver for training camp practices. Both players are familiar faces as Burnett had a stint with the Philadelphia Eagles, while Harmon previously played for the Washington Commanders. As for Lamb, NFL Network's Ian Rappaport reported that Dallas and Lamb are getting closer to reaching a new contract extension. From Back Together Weekend, the Cowboys continue to work on a potential contract extension for CeeDee Lamb, who they would love to have at camp, Rappaport detailed in a July 28 message on X. Not only are the Cowboys facing challenges with re-signing their stars, but the team already suffered an injury blow on defense. Key pass rusher Sam Williams has been ruled out for the season after sustaining a torn ACL injury during a July 28 practice. The MRI confirmed that promising DE Sam Williams is out for the season with a torn ACL. Brutal, Rappaport said on X on July 29. The addition of Hall is notable as former Pro Bowler Stephon Gilmore, who started for the Cowboys last season, remains unsigned. Star corner Trayvon Diggs has started training camp on the PUP list. Gilmore remains a free agent, but there are no signs that a return to Dallas will happen. There are still some good corners and safeties out there like Justin Simmons and myself that are still not signed, Gilmore told NFL insider Josina Anderson during a July 16 interview. Honestly, I'm still being patient and staying ready until teams see what they have in training camp. But you mean to tell me among 32 teams that there are 64 starting corners that are better than me? I don't think that. NFC, one potential fast riser on every team's depth chart. With all NFL training camps open, some players are already making strong impressions. Could a surprising wide receiver open the season as the Dallas Cowboys' number 2 option? Will a rookie running back earn significant playing time with the Los Angeles Rams? Yard Barker NFL writers identify one potential fast riser on the depth chart for all 16 NFC teams. Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Jalen Tolbert, Brandon Cooks wasn't surprised to see his teammate open camp with a spectacular catch. The veteran wideout has trumpeted Tolbert since OTAs. With All-Pro wide receiver CeeDee Lamb holding out for a new contract, the little-used third-year wideout could easily open the season as the team's number 2 receiver and even surpass Cook's 657 yards receiving from 2023. New York Giants running back Tyrone Tracy Jr. New Giants running back Devin Singletary isn't much of a receiver, but Tracy played 38 games at wide receiver before leading the Big Ten as a running back with 6.3 yards per carry last season for Purdue. If this year's 5th-round pick can handle pass protection, Eric Gray's run as New York's number 2 back could be over before it starts. Philadelphia Eagles, linebacker Jalix Hunt, according to SI.com's Ed Cracks, the former college safety-turned-linebacker stood out against left tackle Jordan Mailata during first-team reps on the first day of training camp. Competing with edge rushers Bryce Huff, who played 42% of snaps for the Jets in 2023, and Nolan Smith, who played 16% of snaps for the Eagles last season, Philadelphia's third-round project could play sooner than expected. Washington Commanders, tight end Ben Sinnott, Zach Ertz may have a history with new offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury, but the soon-to-be 34-year-old tight end found himself without a team for the last 6 weeks of the 2023 regular season. Per Pro Football Focus, Sinnott was the only tight end in this year's draft to average double digits for depth of target over the past 2 seasons, 10.2, and just one of 4 2024 tight end prospects to hit 1,000-plus receiving yards since 2022. The second-round pick from Kansas State is an ideal candidate to surpass Ertz as the team's #1 tight end. Bruce Ewing. Veteran pass rusher hints at Cowboys signing after Williams' injury. Veteran pass rusher Carl Lawson posted a cryptic message on social media that suggests he's interested in signing with the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are in need of a pass rusher after third-year defensive end Sam Williams went down with a torn ACL in training camp. Shortly after the news, Lawson dropped a one-emoji tweet of a star. Lawson, a former fourth-round pick, has played for the Cincinnati Bengals and New York Jets. He has 27 career sacks in 31 starts and 28 tackles for loss. Lawson's best year came as a rookie with the Bengals, when he managed 8.5 sacks. More recently, he had 7 sacks with the Jets in 2022 but only suited up for 6 games last season. He expressed his frustration with his lack of snaps. "I've always wanted to be the best version of myself for the team. But at the end of the day, I do want to be a football player, I do want to produce and I do want to help, because I'm a football player, not a cheerleader, so that's kind of where my head is at with that," Lawson said last season. If the Cowboys are looking for a veteran, cheap fill-in, Lawson would be the call to make. He's eager to contribute and would be able to do so alongside Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. Williams was the Cowboys' second-round pick in 2022. He quickly earned a spot in the rotation and has been a key contributor. Williams has 8.5 sacks over the last 2 seasons and has played about a third of the snaps on the defensive side of the ball. That was expected to go up this year following the departures of Dorrance Armstrong and Dante Fowler. "We had big plans for him," Cowboys defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer said on Monday, July 29. "He was going to play an awful lot, probably, I'm guessing, 70 to 75% of the time. We'll just have to move some chess pieces around and try to figure out other ways to do things." With us moving Micah Parsons around a little bit, Williams was going to be out there with Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. If the Cowboys decide not to sign a veteran, a bigger load would fall on rookie Marshawn Kneeland. Kneeland was selected in the second round, number 56 overall, this year. During his college career at Western Michigan, he had 148 tackles and 13 sacks. The Cowboys saw a lot of Lawrence and Kneeland when they decided to draft him. "We've talked about it before, as hard as D-Law, DeMarcus Lawrence, played at Boise State, there are some similarities there. That is what we thought about him," Cowboys VP of Player Personnel Will McClay said after selecting Kneeland in April. So far, the rookie has made a good impression in camp. Zimmer assured he'd have a role with Williams out of the picture. "Marshawn Kneeland has done a really nice job," said Zimmer. "He would have played anyway, but I think he's gonna end up having to play a lot now." The Cowboys open the season on September 8 against the Cleveland Browns. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Carl Lawson? Leave your opinion in the comments.